Welcome to Book Club Preview. Today we're looking at The Hobbit, Chapter 11, On the Doorstep. So not quite into the mountain yet, but certainly right in front of the door to Smaug's lair. It starts off with the Hobbit and Bilbo going to the mountain. They get some supplies. It takes them a few days to kind of go up to the mountain. None of the humans will stay with them or go with them. So they drop off this stuff and they go back to their town very quickly. They're trying to find this secret path to the mountain. And they're looking everywhere. They even kind of look towards the front gate. They don't get too close because they don't want to alert Smaug that they're there. But they get to an area and they kind of look over a rock and see into the front gate, which has some steam rising, and they just kind of look, and then they go back to try and find this hidden path. They look for days trying to find this hidden path on the side of the mountain. They're looking around, they're searching around, and they just can't find anything. Until finally Bilbo, the sun is shining, and he just sees like, oh, that kind of looks like some steps. So he goes over there, and they are. He finds these hidden steps that go up and along the mountainside, and it's actually really narrow, so it's hard to walk on there. They can't even like carry a backpack or anything, but they end up following this trail and going up this way, and they find this hidden path into this cave, which has this cool grass on it, and there's like a stone in the middle, and then this flat wall, which is definitely the door. So they find the hidden door, but they can't open it. They try everything they can think of, and they just can't open it. All the dwarves end up coming back, or coming up to that hidden place, and that's their third camp. So they had one camp when they met the humans. They had too many supplies to put on the ponies, so they made a hidden, we call it a stash. A stash is like a hidden area with your stuff, and so they made that, and then they took the ponies to look around for the hidden entrance. That was a second camp. And then they found the hidden path, and they made a third camp near the hidden door. So that's the third camp. And they had some ropes go down, and they would pick up their equipment from the ropes because they couldn't take it on the trail. And they made a third camp up there. And then some dwarves, maybe two dwarves, stayed at the bottom, especially Bumber, stayed at the bottom to guard that second camp. So at the third camp, they try for more days still trying to open up this door, and they can't do it, and everyone's getting depressed. Now, the dwarves start talking to themselves, and they say, well, if we can't open this door, we better have our burglar with his magic ring go inside the front and see what he can find. Bilbo overhears them, and he just thinks, man, these guys, whenever they're in a problem, they just ask me to rescue them. Are they gonna throw me into doom again? He's kind of grumpy about this. But as the dwarves the next day are out, everyone's going off to try to find different things or explore different things. On this rock in the middle of the grass, these giant snails. Now I don't know how giant. Okay, maybe like this big. Okay, maybe like this big. That would still be a giant snail. They're climbing on this rock, and this bird comes in, a thrush or a crow or a raven, a deep black bird, comes and lands on the rock. It grabs the snail and starts to go smack, smack, smack on the rock. Knock, knock, knock. That reminds Bilbo of the words from the map. When the thrush knocks and the light is coming down, there'll be a beam to show the keyhole. And Bilbo starts, hey, guys, come up here. Come on, hey, over here. All the dwarves are like, what's going on? They all climb up, and Bilbo's just staring at the rock. And all the dwarves are staring with him. But I guess he doesn't tell them what he's doing, and he's just staring. And they're like, what's going on? Finally, the sun goes down. A beam of light comes shining through the clouds and hits the rock. And a little stone slides away, and a keyhole is shown. And so they're like, quick, grab the key, put the key in. So Thorin goes and puts the key in, he turns it, and the door starts to open. And that is where the chapter ends. Some vocabulary words. First is barren. Barren means lifeless. You can think of a desert. Usually we think of deserts as barren. There's actually a lot of life in a desert, but when we look at it, we think, oh, nothing can live here. Nothing can grow here. That is barren. And smog has like burnt the whole mountain. So like there's no grass, there's no trees, there's no animals. Ominous. Ominous is a dark sign. So as they're traveling around the mountain, the only life they see are these black birds flying around. And because they're black, they feel like they're spies. So they're ominous, these dark signs. Perilous is dangerous, this perilous hidden path or this cliff. Crannies is like a crack. And so we often say like nooks and crannies. I'm trying to think here. Maybe my pocket line here is a cranny. You know, this is a pocket, so it doesn't quite make sense. But maybe in the wall you can see like a crack or a little mark in there, and that's also another name for crannies. That leaves us with our discussion question. If you couldn't find the hidden door, what would you do next? Okay, the dwarves say, man, send Bilbo in the front gate. Bilbo doesn't like that idea. What would you do if you were Bilbo or if you're the dwarves? Would you try some other way, give up, or go in the front gate? And there's a lot of different options here, but what would you try to do? And of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.